So what's up? Welcome back. Finally, we are back at it again. This update almost didn't happen. There were issues with the post, with one of the items, and I almost thought that we would completely miss October. Winter started, fell a little bit ill there for some time and had a lot of work. I'm actually just got off work and I'm doing this. So yeah, a bit of Halloween theme going on, a bit of the autumn theme, just to spice things up on the channel. So yeah, we're gonna have a beer and we're gonna talk some black metal. As the title suggests, this one is going to be a bit semi-controversial. So just a fair warning there. Yeah, not politically incorrect, but semi-controversial for sure. The beer. There's gonna be a lot of history, I think, today. First things first, there is still some light outside, and I'm using artificial as well, so I hope there's not too much glare. So we're drinking this. I found this in a local shop, Vandal Premium Authentic Brewery, German origin. So I never tried it. I of course bought it, and right here, let's have a closer look. Can we see it? It says Moskovskaya. So it's made in Russia. Vandal is made in Russia. Somehow, maybe they should call it Welds. Those were the Slavic tribes. But anyway, they called it Vandal. The logo's pretty cool. Germanic tribes that attacked Rome for 14 days in 455 AD. The name vandalism, of course, comes from this. They were so notorious that the term barbarism was not used. Instead, historians created vandalism. So yeah, that's the first part of the history lesson. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. 5.5 alcohol, and it's 0.45. Actually, yeah, I should have looked at that, at the metrics. Russia has a weird metrics, 0.45 for some beers. Of course, this only proves one thing, that sanction doesn't work at all. You see how it's opened with a hand, so just turn. So yeah, Vandals, or Vandal. Probably should have called it Vandals, but anyway. The smell is suspicious. It smells like sweet Carlsberg. Okay, no foam. Let's have a closer look. How do they actually... Yeah, they say it's a premium lager. Well, it's a lager, but I don't think it's a premium one. Let's put it like this. So, like I said, there's your proof that business will always be business. War, poverty, plague, doesn't matter. The companies will always find a way to sell their product. But anyway, cheers, guys, to autumn, to Halloween, to you, to this update. Cheers. Yeah. Yeah. Semi-sweet lager. It's quite sweet. In the heat of the summer, it would be actually alright. As you can see, it's from the fridge. The bottle has condensation on it. But yeah, it's... Actually, let me try it one more time. The color is not bad, yeah, but it's weirdly sweet. Okay, enough of that shit. So, we're starting off with the band that made this update semi-controversial. Sorry, I had a little bit of problem like 2 weeks ago, sore throat, so if you hear me doing this, this is when I told you in the video that I was sick in the beginning of the video. Okay, let's fucking roll. No time to waste. So we're talking about this one. Loits from Estonia. Furor Aesticus Furor Aesthicus. If I remember correctly, that's Latin for Aesthetics of Fury or Fury Aesthetics. As you can see on the bottom, we have Prelude to Vere Kutse Kohustap, their second album. So this was a prelude to their second album. Released on Gatekeepers Records, which is a record and a disc located in another part of Estonia, in Tartu. As you can see, limited edition, 250 copies, number 55. Yeah, so of course, Loits, a legendary band established in 1996 in Estonia, basically established by Lembetu, who then turned it into a full band. Let's put it like this. It was a project. Most known band from Estonia, like I said, legendary, a band that created their unique style, their unique lyrical theme, their unique logo, which is semi-controversial, and this is semi-controversial as well. And they even created their own term for their own style, which is militant flank and roll. So what is this? Like I said, like it says, it's a prelude to the second album. The second album in English would be Call of the Blood Obliges. And basically this is a compilation of 3 EPs that came out before this album. Let's take a closer look at the logo. I'll explain later why I think Loits doesn't need to go into the politically incorrect updates. Okay, but first let's talk about the music and let's take a look inside the other side of the sleeve. So yeah, the logo. First I wanna say that in my opinion, when you're first listening to Loits, the first thing that you can hear is, for me, is that Lembetu has a very unique vocals. That's my opinion. Let's take a look inside. As you can see, those are the 3 EPs. So we're gonna take a closer look. I'll scroll and you can have a look at the pictures of those EPs. So a very unique voice. You know, like Inquisition has a very unique voice, Dagon. It's like froggy. Of course, Lembetu doesn't have froggy vocals, but he has this deep prolonged strikes, what I feel. When he's singing, he kind of prolongs these words and they're kind of like a knife on steel. You know, if you put a knife on steel, you will get the same. This is what I think first, that his vocal range is quite unique. Of course, their style is quite unique. Like I said, it's a militant flank and roll. Basically, it's a black and rollish band, but they adjusted some things. I feel that they are slower than the average black and roll band, which is good, and they're heavier than the average black and roll band. I think this might have been done intentionally to, you know, show the seriousness of the topics that they are singing about, you know. So it's not fun things that they're singing about, you know. It's sort of in a way of war tragedies, basically. I would say this. Also, the tape is there was another version of the tape, I think yellow one. So that one was limited to 50 copies. Unfortunately, I didn't catch Loits on the previous weekend as I was sick. They played a gig, a rare gig, and they played with Krati also. Krati played on a festival in Tartu, but I was sick. Shit happens. But I've seen Loits a lot of time. Also, I want to say that about their music is that it has a punchy. What I was trying to say is it has a punchy black and roll vibe to it. Slower, heavier, and it takes you by the balls, basically. Militant flank and roll. This album also has 3 covers and one, I would say, like an ambient passages. So a compilation of 3 EPs, basically. I've seen Loits multiple times. The last time I saw them was on Steel Fest. The video is on the channel, by the way. from Steelfest. You can find Loits there. The first time I've seen Loits was in 2001 or 2002 in Von Kral, which was a bar in Tallinn. So, of course, a lot of people know about the controversial aspects of Loits, and they think that the band is an SBM. Why I didn't put Loits on an SBM update, or politically incorrect update? First of all, I think that we are living in a clown world right now, where if you're of a certain ethnicity, of a certain heritage, and you speak about it proudly, even considering you're just having like conservative views, or maybe a little bit of or maybe not a little bit of healthy nationalism views, yeah, you're immediately labeled as a certain individual and a Nazi, which I think is completely idiotic. We didn't have that 10 years ago. Now suddenly we all do, which is stupid. Second point is that while doing this, researching Loits and doing research on them. Jesus Christ, I should have recorded it maybe 20 minutes after I finished work, but not right immediately. Sorry guys, cheers. I revised a lot of interviews by Lembitu when he was young. Yes, he said a lot of edgy, controversial things, but he also said a lot of true things. He said that, yes, he, in some healthy form, he welcomes nationalism, which is fine by me. And in numerous interviews, just like almost every fucking interview, he states that Loits is not an SBM band. Yes, there's some nationalism in there, but it's not an SBM band. And if person for 30 years remains on his point, stands on his point, stands his ground and says this, I rather believe him than the media. A special metal sucks that immediately portrayed Loits as Nazis, knowing nothing about history at all. And also gave some shit to Moonsorrow. I'm not a fan of Moonsorrow, but yeah, I mean, the journalism is fantastic here. For me, this is more of a letters from trenches, war songs, history, national romanticism. About the uniform, I'm gonna go very briefly about the uniform. So yeah, as you can see, there are some images, not here, yes, on the other albums, and on the other album there is where the band members are dressed in uniforms. Let's put it like this, they are dressed in uniforms of a certain division, 20th Grenadier, as I understand, which was found not criminal at Nuremberg trials. Why? Because a lot of people in that division were fooled by Nazis that they were going to protect Estonia. Instead of that, they were sent to Reich to protect the Reich, for example. Yeah. The Estonia has a complicated history. For example, if you just listen to how many countries, had its rule over Estonia: Denmark, Sweden, Germany, Russia. The last two had their rules when they were. One was communistic, another was like a Nazi. Yeah, so you can imagine a small country stuck between those two regimes. I'm pretty sure there were soldiers, Estonian soldiers, who went to Soviet army, Red Army. Because they were also fooled, because probably Red Army might also have promised them independence and shit like that, and they went and, and then they were in collaboration with the regime that occupied the whole country and half of Europe. So yeah, I'm gonna link two videos below. First video will be Tallinn Under the Horns. It's about black metal scene in Tallinn. There is a interview that Lembitu gives. Go listen to him, and the whole documentary is very interesting. I think you will find it very interesting. tells the story of black metal history in Tallinn and a little bit in Estonia. And the second one I'm gonna link is called Leegion 1945. It's a kind of a documentary. There are subtitles in English and other languages, and it tells the story about the uniforms, about the feelings of Estonians who went to fight for on the German side, and how some of them feel that they were tricked, and so on and so on. Watch it and you will learn. Because if I'm gonna go on here, it's gonna be 1 hour of history. Like I said, the history is complicated. Don't let the couch warriors tell you, you know, that the history is black and white. There's only right and wrong. Nope, the history is gray. So yeah, couch historian, couch warriors, do more research, especially on bands like this. Life is complicated. It's gray. So yeah, Loits, Furor Aesticus. Absolutely legendary band from Estonia. Cheers. And also for my final stand here, if I'm gonna include bands who just sing about their history and about certain aspects of their history, yeah, if I'm gonna include those bands in politically incorrect updates, I'm gonna run out of bands soon, and then I'm gonna have to pick up the most hottest politically incorrect projects right now, which seems to be Linkin Park and P. Diddy. Yeah? Plus we're gonna talk about another band who can actually be on a politically incorrect update too. Cheers. Okay guys, I don't know how many of you have seen a YouTuber called Dr. Rock. Yeah, Dr. Rock, I think his name was. A German guy who did black metal updates. He usually put on gloves before he did the vinyl section. So out of fun, I saw when I was in the shop Halloween gloves, so I'm gonna put the Halloween gloves on just to keep the gimmick of Halloween going, and we'll see if it actually helps, because you know, I touched the glass is wet, and I'm gonna touch the cover of the vinyl. So yeah. So now we're gonna travel to another part of the world, and we're gonna see what's up there, right? Okay. Halloween themed. Okay, so bam. Actually, let's do it like this, yeah. So we have here is Ukhu Pacha from USA, established in 2024, I think. So it's a pretty new project, right? One-man project. The guy goes behind the project goes by Supai Yawar. We're actually gonna return to Supai and Yawar part. Of course, immediately I'm gonna tell you that this is based on Incan mythology, Incan history, and stuff connected to basically Incan way of life and their culture. Let's take a closer look. So, okay, released by Obscurant Visions. This one is on black and it's limited to 100 copies. So, about the name. So, Ukhu Pacha, right? It may be Pacha, but I'm not sure. So, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. I'm not a historian in this kind of field. So, basically, Ukhu means inside, Pacha means place, earth, soil, land. The whole concept is a cosmological concept of space-time in a physical world that all of this is in equilibrium. During the colonist times, Ukhu Pacha was considered to be basically inner world, hell. Of course, it was considered to be like that by the colonists. And it was a little bit backed up, as far as I understand when I did my research, that the local tribes, they actually had places called Ukhu Pacha where they performed rituals. So of course the colonizing occupational church was really pissed off about that. What they actually did there was rituals of harvest, so basically celebrating the harvest, and they worshipped the god of death, which is Supai. Like I said, the guy behind the project goes by Supai Yawar. So Supai is the god of death, and all those feasts were called Yawar feasts. So Yawar in Incan means blood, as far as I also understood. So blood feasts. Of course, Christians were very pissed off and they tried to destroy this culture completely. So, like I said, limited to 100 copies, 30 minutes. It is classified on the label as triumphant black metal. And basically from the first notes you can hear that it is a triumphant black metal. It's very epic, very atmospheric. It's fast. What is good about it is fast. The journey is fast. It's kind of harmoniously put together also. So let's take a look at the inner shit here. You can see the dedication. I think they're in Spanish, I would say, probably. Yes, right, correct. I can't read that, but here's the guy in question. So remember when I said we can put this band also on the controversial list? Like if we're going to put every band on the controversial list, why we can put this one? Because on Bandcamp it says the record is dedicated to honor my ancestors, and it is it is done for all those who are fighting against the occupation currently. It's probably, you know, countries that were occupied by Western civilizations, you know. So we can say, wow, this is nationalistic as well. What the hell? Unbelievable. Every band has a little bit of pride and heritage, and they want to show it off. No, they're all Nazis. Even the Incans. Let's take a look at the sides of the records, right? So like I said, I'm not gonna pull it out. Maybe I will. Fuck it. I'm in the gloves, I forgot. So beautiful, native Incan culture here. I really like this stuff like this. It's pretty fucking cool. Yep, let's take a look at the other side. So we just have this. Let me turn it for a better view. Yeah, App's Current Vision's logo and the logo of the band, basically, the name. So yeah, a little bit of Incan history today. Estonian Incan history. Let's take a closer look again. As you can see, here are the native people. And of course, there we go, the cover. I forgot to say, I would highly urge you to listen to this album. It's probably one of the best from this kind of bands, and one of the best probably this year. It's pretty fucking good. It doesn't have any boring parts in it. Like I liked Pan American Front album, the one that's Little Turtle, yeah. But I felt that one side is really strong when the other side was really weak. At least for me. At least for me it was like this. So yeah, but this one is just top notch. Alright, 25 minutes. How many minutes did I spend talking about Loits? Cheers. So yeah guys, remember I'm gonna link those two documentaries in the comments. Everything in the description. Everything else will also be linked there. The band names and stuff like that. So one more vinyl. One more. One of the best releases of this year. Musically. No controversy here. There we go. So this one is going to be pretty fast. Grundhyrde from USA, established in 2020. One-man project. The guy behind the band goes by Seadugensa. Guys, you really need to choose your names. The name, by the way, from Old Anglo-Saxon, as I did some research, means Shadow Wanderer. Before this album, the band only had 4 EPs. This is their first full-length album, like I said, 2024 release, 32 minutes of pure black metal, limited to 100 copies on black. The name itself, Grundhyrde. Again, I did some research, and it seems, again, it's taken from Old English, and it means Keeper of the Abyss. As you can see, very old schoolish looking black, the cover. Dragons, dungeons. On the back, everything is old school as well as fuck. The logo by the label. Let's take a closer look. Or maybe there is a little bit of controversy, right? Wait. What the fuck? I swear to God, I didn't notice this. Well, yeah, maybe there is a little bit of it. Shit. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Maybe there is not, maybe there is. I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to tell with those bands already. Who gives a fuck? The music. Classified as raw black metal. I would actually say that it walks a very, very thin line on raw black metal edge. It's because it's more filled with hypnotic melodies, repeating melodies, yet it's very fast. It has some vampiric influences here and there, by the way, as well. And the most interesting part, the second track is 12 minutes long, and it never gets boring. It never slows. It's done so fucking well. Like I said, it would be one of my contenders for the album of the year. If I would be doing those lists, this would definitely be one of those albums. So yeah, check this out for sure. Like I said, only 32 minutes. You're not gonna waste a lot of time. The labels are a bit generic on this one. So yeah, labels wise nothing special, but music wise everything is special. Check out this one. So Grundhyrde, again a bit of a fuck up title. Like, I mean, not bad, but I mean it's like the one that takes practice to remember and praise. Yeah, basically cover tells you this is like old school, a little bit of raw, a little bit of melodic, a little bit of vampiric black metal. Everything is on the fine edge line. It's perfect. Like I said, one of the best releases. Go check this one out for sure. Obscurant Visions has done a fantastic job with this one. The label actually has been doing a fantastic job for the last year, I think, because they are like they started to concentrate on more I don't know, more prolific black metal, maybe. The one that actually sounds good, not the one that actually people want to buy, because I remember they released Old Nick that was sold out, of course, but you know, you have one album by Old Nick, you have them all. So yeah, wow. Okay, so we are fucking done. That's it. A fast one, a quick one, a good one. Alright, let's say cheers again. Cheers again, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. So, should be back in November with a couple of videos for sure. One update is gonna happen for sure. The next video, if all goes well, we shall see. Maybe we'll have some footage from one concert that will definitely interest all of you. If we're lucky. If we're not, then we're not gonna have it. But video we will have for sure, an update closer to the middle of the month. So yeah, guys, girls, enjoy your autumn, enjoy your Halloween. I hope you enjoyed this one, let's call it semi-controversial Halloween special from Norwegian Black Cult. And as usual, stay frosty, stay black metal. I'll see you in another one.